welcome. Debs Cooper, Global Stressologist. Thank you for joining me here today as I give you my strategies to recover from relationship betrayal. Eek! Now, first I'll just say it's not happening in my relationship. Right now, as I'll just go straight to that because I did post this late last night and I got a few messages saying, uh-oh, this is a late one. What's going on? No, 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 no. So don't panic to all those who believe in my relationship, including myself. I'll just get that out of the way straight away. But I think this is a real valid one to what's going on. Two people around right now, especially when we're coming up to a Christmas time when our emotions are starting to go wayward. So drop in the chat here if you are here where you are around the world and hashtag replay because I'd love to know if this is a replay or if you are here watching live. So thank you. My tips today are going to be in no particular order. No order. So just grab a note-taking device and we're just going to jump straight in. I'm going to keep it to around 15 to 20 minutes as I wrote these tips, frantically thinking about what's happening in this world. So number one, to get through and recover from your relationship betrayal. Now, relationship betrayal, I will say, can be an intimate relationship, but it may not necessarily be an intimate relationship. It may also just be a relationship betrayal of a friend, not just intimate, a friend, or even a colleague at work. So it's not just going to be an intimate relationship, which most people naturally think. So there's a thing called why, and the why is a hamster wheel. And when we get on the hamster wheel, we can go round and round and round, and there is no end result. So I want you to go, tip number one, strategy number one is forget the why. Forget. They could be bored. You didn't give them enough attention. It could be anything. They could just have had an opportunity to do something. This person who they connected with could have been a reminder for someone in the past. They could have had some substances on board. And when I say substances, I'm thinking drugs, alcohol, anything like that. Or see, the why could be anything. And if you get on that why train, can you hear it already? You're going to go down a rabbit hole. They could do it just to get back at you. They could because you looked at somebody fun or anything. They could anything. The truth is no one will know. There's a great one. No one will know this is going to happen. So just know it isn't about the why. It is not about the why, because even when you ask somebody, why did you do that? It depends on their mood whether they're going to tell you the truth. And if they swear black and blue against their kids and $1 million or somebody's death or anything like that, it could mean anything. It could. But at the end of the day, it isn't about the why, because you will never, ever, ever understand the why. When I work with people, we don't even go into the why. It doesn't matter about the why they did it. It's about what's important to you, because you'll never, ever, ever find an answer to the why. I really want to emphasize that, because the amount of people go, why? Could be anything. Could be anything. They told me this and then I found out it's not that. But they swore black and blue against our children's lives, whatever. So just forget the why. What we're doing is we're going to move you forward on that. So my other strategy is identify your feelings. And when you're identifying your feelings, I want you to love your feelings. So you've heard me saying seen, heard, acknowledge, SHA, seen, heard, acknowledge. It's about acknowledging your emotions. And this is the first step to your healing, really, is actually acknowledge you have emotions. This is what's going on. You know, you're human. You're going to feel hurt. You're going to grieve your past connection. You're going to have all these emotions that are going on. So acknowledge that they are there. You cannot hide from them. And when someone betrays you, and it's just a word, I'm just going to do betrayal. When someone betrays you, it can bring such intense emotions that you can go from 0 to 100 and even beyond. You can get angry. You can get sad. You can get confused. You can get elated with certain things. Your whole emotion can scale beyond a reasonable place where you'll be normally. So rather than suppress those emotions of being sad or anger or anything, I want you to see them and accept them, but without judgment. Now, when I say see and accept them, I'm going to show you how to accept them without judgment, but do not go down the why. I'm just going to emphasize that. Do not go down the why. So what you can do is you can write your emotions down. You can write your emotions down, but I would ensure that you keep them hidden. If you've got children or if you've got a colleague or a friend, make sure they're not. If they're on your phone, put it in a notes that's locked or anything, because you don't want really people to be reading your public thoughts or Bible or whatever you want to call it, because that brings a whole different spin onto everything. Because we tend to say things or write things down when they actually don't necessarily. At the moment, that's what I thought of. But at the time, now going back, gosh, I'd never do that, or I'd never think like that. So you just want to keep that stuff private to yourself. So know that you're human. Again, know that you're human and these emotions are a part of the process. So when I say identify and love your feelings and acknowledge them, I'm not saying accept them. Doesn't mean you condone what happened. Now I'm going to say condone what happened because you're still processing. Right now you're still processing. But it's a simple way to actually honor your feelings and begin that journey towards closure, because it is a journey. Life is actually a journey. It's not a one-stop bang, done, done, done. Life is about journeys and experiences and how we move from that. The next strategy I'm going to say is talk about it. Now, even though I said write it down, talk about it. So speak openly with a trusted friend, who's somebody who you think can help you process these emotions. Now, I will say, people have their own battles. People get into relationships because of their own battles or emotions or anything. So be aware that if you're going to share your journey with a close friend, a trusted friend, just know that they have their own stuff and they have their own stuff and they have their own stuff. So their stories, their stuff is theirs to deal with, and they can put their memories from yonks ago and they can store them and they can bring them out. So the key here is, if you're going to find a trusted friend, just make sure that they have their own stuff and they're emotionally neutral to anything that goes on like this. I personally find friends aren't the best to talk to. You think they are, but down the track, if you decide to go back to somebody or go back to that job or whatever it is, they have a very strong opinion because they've seen you shattered, broken, crying on the floor, not eating, anything like that, and they take it personally. So you can listen to this again. Listen to this, take notes, and take action, whatever it is. And of course, there's me. There's me here, of course. The other thing is boundaries. And I know I just dropped this on my social media the other day, a thing about boundaries, but set your personal boundaries. So when I talk about boundaries, this is actually essential for regaining control in your world, back at you. So it's up to you to decide what is and isn't acceptable for you to move forward. And that's also in your relationship, but also with others, family, colleagues, friends, strangers. But more importantly, it's with yourself, because you are the most important person in this situation right now. So it may mean limiting contact with people. It may be with that person who you perceive has betrayed you, whatever that is, temporarily or permanent. It may be that. And that's okay, because this is your boundary. Right now, this is where I'm at. I can't talk to you because I'm still processing this. And you don't want their words or anything impacting you. So just have a think about that. And it can also be the boundaries. When I talk about boundaries, it can also be on what you allow yourself to think on or engage with. Because the more you jump on the crazy, crazy train, I'm going to say it's crazy, crazy train because it's one that goes really fast and you don't even know where you're going, what you're doing, blah, 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 blah. You know how it goes. So if you're going to do that and jump yourself, just be cautious. Is this actually for the best interest of me? Is this in the best interest of me right here, right now, to jump on this train? So your boundaries actually help you protect your emotional space, and they give you that, I'm going to say, the mental capacity that can give you that time to recover, breathe, take in what's going on and everything. Because remember, your feelings are valid. So every person's boundaries are different and to their experiences, and they also are different every day. And it's relating to your PEMS, your physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual. If your physical is out of order, you're going to feel differently. If your emotional is out of order, you're going to feel differently. If your mental's out of order, you're going to feel different. Your spiritual's out of order. If you have had too much pasta, you're going to think differently. If you've had no sleep, you're going to think differently. If you've gone for a run and you feel fulfilled in yourself, and you're a little bit brighter, and you've got a chirp, and you've had a beautiful smoothie, I'm going to say, I don't know, see my face screw up when I say smoothie, any of those things, if you're going to do that, you're going to think differently about how you were if you've eaten so much glog food that's going to weigh you down with no sleep. So just know that your boundaries are different to each movement that you have throughout your day. Now, this tip here is a word that compassion, it's a little bit about compassion. Compassion really isn't a word that I love the most, but it's actually about self-compassion, self-love. So when somebody betrays you, it often leaves you blaming yourself. And like I gave you the whole why at the start. So remember that betrayal, and if we label it betrayal or dabble outside the relationship or whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to label it at, because betrayal is literally just a label. It's an action that you're putting on it. So betrayal is actually a reflection of the other people's choices. It's got nothing to do with your worth. If they do what they do, that's because nothing to do with your self-worth. It is they're doing what they're doing. You're doing what you're doing. So practice that self-love to yourself and be gentle with yourself, because you are here to have a fulfilling life. You are here to have these experiences. So even treat yourself as you would a friend going through a similar situation. Be patient, be gentle, be understanding, feel the feels, get some tissues, cry it all out, do whatever it is. But just know that each step you're doing is actually building resilience to understanding yourself, your experiences, and your emotions. So every step you do is building that connection back to yourself and understanding who you are and what's going on. Now, there's an age factor. If you've had this experience 20, 30 years ago and now you're having it again, it isn't about, I've let them in again, I've done this whole thing again, I should have known this happened to me when I was 15 or whatever it is. No. That's the past. The past has moved on. You're now a different person to who you were. So my next strategy is I want you to rebuild that trust in yourself and with others. In yourself and with others. Just make sure it's still working. So when you've been betrayed, quotation mark betrayed, trusting anyone, including yourself, can be a challenge. It can be a real wobble. Do I do this? Do I not? Do I dabble into a new relationship? Do I go to a new job? Do I open up to a friend? My friends have betrayed me, whatever it is. So start by building trust. And I'm going to say in small ways, because as you hear me say, when I say small, it doesn't necessarily mean small. All those ways, small ways, big ways, all those ways actually add up. So I want you to honor your commitments to yourself, whatever that is, and follow through on your personal goals, achievements, on what you want to do. So when you're ready, you will begin extending that trust to others. But you must trust yourself first, because trust is an inside job. So it's totally down to you. No one needs to prove their worth to you. This is all about you. It's about you. If you don't trust other people, it's not them, it's you. So it's okay to take your time, and trust isn't built overnight. It's an awareness thing that you learn, you practice. It's like riding a bike, trust, all these things. So each small step will actually help you feel more confident in your thoughts, actions, and judgments, and your capacity to actually trust wisely. But I will add a little caveat in here, and this is called your intuition. So remember, your intuition doesn't lie. Your intuition doesn't lie, but your mind can. Your intuition will always tell you the truth, and that's why we do what we do. But your mind can lie, and that's the one that can take us on one heck of a journey. So my next strategy is focus on you and your self-growth. Now, this is if you've got friends who are also involved, or colleagues, or children, or family members, or anything. You must focus on you for your self-growth. And the reason I say that is because it's important for you. Put your own oxygen mask on first again. Because when somebody, and I'm going to say the word betrayal again, it can be painful. Totally it can be painful. But it's also a powerful catalyst for your self-discovery and who you are. It can be painful, but it can also be incredibly powerful for your catalyst. So you're going to use this experience as an opportunity to rediscover what's important to you, your values, your goals, your inspiration, whatever it is. And it's about having a purpose outside of your brain. My next strategy is actually just very straight to the point, and it's called change. Change. So I want you to change sides of the beds that you sleep on. Change your eating times. Get physical if you want to. Do things that are different to what you normally do. If you ride to work and if you drive to work, go a different way. Just start doing things that are a little bit changed. Now, I'm not saying do extreme radical change, because I think while you're still trying to find yourself and what works for you, I think that's a great one to actually let's just do change. Let's do a little change at a time, because as we know, those small or those little steps actually change for you. Whatever it is. If you want to buy cute lingerie, if you want to put on your red lipstick, do whatever it is. I will say, if you're in an intimate relationship and you feel you've been betrayed, I'm going to say hold back on the shagging. I'll be pretty firm on that. Hold back on your shagging. Keep your legs together and those things, because you don't need another little chaotic emotion jumping into that, because I can tell you that shag may feel phenomenal at the time, but it's going to have an implication to you when you start really truly processing. So I want you to take action on that change. Now, not on the shagging bit, okay? I'm just going to say that. But take action on these things. Actually do them. 1 change a day, 2 changes a day, whatever feels right for you. But don't just up and sell the house and move to another country as quick as can be. So just do that 1 change bit by bit until it feels right. Now, my other strategy is the G word. Now, what G word is it? It's actually gratitude. So I'm not going to talk about forgiveness, because, I'm saying embrace forgiveness with that. And it doesn't really mean forgiving the person who betrayed you, doesn't it? It just means, gratitude means letting go of the resentment that's holding you back. Letting go. So we know holding on to anger and bitterness can keep you trapped in the past. And that's why I say let it out. Definitely don't leave it bottling up for you. But you're going to embrace gratitude. When you're embracing gratitude, you're actually releasing yourself from the emotional weight, which is freeing. You feel lighter on your own. So how you're going to do that is you're going to write down what value is this journey giving you right now. Who did you connect with? What did you discover about yourself? What did you discover about other people? What did you discover about what's going on? What did you discover about your intuition? Who's that beautiful soul who's just held your hand through these things that you've done yourself? Is it a podcast? Is it one of my Facebook Lives? Whatever it is. So what you're going to do is you're going to write down those things, and writing it down allows you to take it out of your brain and put it down, So when you're focusing on how letting go of this emotion, not the emotion, but letting go of what's actually happened to you, your fulfillment in your heart comes up, and it actually allows you to see it as, you're not excusing someone else's behavior, you're just viewing it as, okay, that's them. This is me right now. And it allows you to move forward with grace and ease. It's just one of the beautiful things, is having gratitude will get you through anything. Now, the other G word is glitter bomb. Now, I know I talked about change the size of your bed and that, but this is a little bit different. Your glitter bomb is what lights you up. Do something that lights you up every day. I talked about lingerie, I talked about my lipstick, I don't know if I talked about my perfume, whatever it is. Do something that lights you up every day. That glitter bomb could just be get in your daggies and lay on the couch and watch a movie and cry. Whatever that is, but if that makes you feel right at that time, so be it. Do what lights you up. And I'm going to give you one more before I sign off here. And that's Debs is here. This is me here. This is me here for you. I'm here for you. I give you these strategies because I know when you practice them consistently, it's going to help transform your world from the pain, because we're saying there's pain of betrayal, into an empowering journey. And it's going to help you understand who you are with your healing and your self-discovery. And you will walk away with tools that will help you rebuild the new and inspiring you to move forward. So I'm going to drop in the chat session with me if you want to have a quick session. I can just give you some tips, but please go back and listen to this again, write them down, share them with a friend, whatever it is, because these strategies I'm giving you are definitely going to help you recover from your relationship betrayal. Not all people are a-holes. Even yourself, you're not an a-hole. We can get through this, and we can get through this together. So that's me signing off. If you like today, the next step is let me know what one your favorite tip is. So the next step is let me know what one your favorite tip is. I would love to know. And if you got friends who you think this would be valuable for, get them into the group and share this video with them. This is Debs Cooper signing off, Global Stressologist, on strategies to recover from relationship betrayal. Thank you for joining me here today. I will see you at the next most inspiring time with another fabulous topic to dig into. Thanks very much. Debs Cooper signing off. Over and out. Bye.